Okay. Hello. Of course, I started this at 10:28 p.m. my time. All right, and I'm watching the game right now. I'll be doing play-by-play of that game after I talk about my game. Yeah, I'm going to be doing at least commentary on the rest of the game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. But first, I have to do this because it is fitting.
The bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah. Shout it right now, baby. Come on. Come on and shout. Yeah. Buffalo's happening now. We're on the move now. The Bills are happening now. We're making it happen now. Got the spirit, a lot of spirit, yeah. Got the spirit, just watch it happen now. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna.
That is right, folks. It's pretty easy to tell that the Buffalo Bills won today, and it wasn't even close. The only points that the opponent scored was a field goal, and that was back in the first quarter. Excuse me. The first quarter was the only time the opposing opponent, which of course was the Pittsburgh Steelers, scored any points, and it was a field goal. Otherwise, they would have been shut out. That's right. The Steelers would have been shut out if it had not been for that field goal. Surprisingly enough, Buffalo Bills on their opening drive did have a problem. Of course, they lost the coin toss to the Pittsburgh Steelers, so they had to, of course, receive first. And they were backed up. They were really backed up when they first had their drive. But on third down, a 98-yard reception touchdown from Allen to Gabriel Davis. That's right. Gabriel Davis caught it and went all the way for a touchdown. It was 98 yards. And that made it 7-0. And then of course it became 7-3, and that was thanks to I think it was on a thanks to, of course, an interception, which was the only time Josh Allen threw an interception. There were the only times that the Bills turned it over was twice. One was on a fumble, one was from an interception. And then, of course, Pittsburgh was able to get it in field goal range, and then they kicked the field goal. It became 7-3, I believe. And I'm not sure. I think Tyler Bass did get at least one field goal. And I think it was 10-3 at that moment. And then, of course, the Bills kept on rolling and got a couple more touchdowns afterwards. And every single time that the Steelers had a chance to score, they either didn't decide to go for it, or they sometimes went for it, but other times they went for the field goal instead. And I thought that was dumb, because there were a couple times where they could have went for it on fourth down, and then they decide, no, screw it, we're going to take the field goal instead. And unfortunately, they missed quite a bit of field goals. I think they missed 2 field goals. So if they would have made those field goals, they would have gotten 9 points. And like I said, the only time Pittsburgh scored was in the first quarter. They did not score at any other quarter. And the Bills just kept piling it on and piling it on. And there was another huge touchdown reception. And this was also by Gabriel Davis. Excuse me. And this could have been intercepted, but surprisingly enough, Gabriel Davis took it out of the Pittsburgh's defender's hands. I can't think of who it was, and ended up getting the touchdown. And surprisingly enough, Josh Allen threw for 4 touchdowns, and he had over 400 yards, and he had over 300 yards in the first half alone, which is quite surprising, especially how Pittsburgh's been playing. I thought Pittsburgh would have played better, but no, it wasn't even close. Pittsburgh didn't really have anything. Well, there were a couple of times where they were able to stop Buffalo, but the thing about it is, because they didn't have TJ Watt, there was really not much of an effort when it come to defense. There were some times defensive plays that they were able to do, but most of the time Buffalo just scored touchdowns. And as a result, the final score was 38-3. And there could have been more, but unfortunately, that shovel pass that Josh Allen made, it went to Morris, and unfortunately, Morris fumbled it before he got even into the end zone, and as a result, Pittsburgh ended up recovering that particular ball. So as a result, Buffalo scored 38 points, and they won by 35 points. It wasn't even close. It really wasn't. Pittsburgh was pretty much beaten up at that point. And as a result, Josh Allen eventually went out of the game, and Case Keenum finished the rest of the game. So as a result, Buffalo put in their backups around the fourth quarter. And even though Pittsburgh could have tried to at least score, nothing really happened. And of course, there was 2 turnovers. And of course, the first turnover was after the first drive where Sam Martin, I think it was Sam Martin or Tyler Bass, the kick ended up hitting the person that was trying to receive the ball and ended up fumbling it, and the Bills recovered. That was, of course, the first turnover. The next turnover, of course, was Josh Allen's interception. But of course, both teams had 2 turnovers. And of course, Kenny Pickett, which of course became the starter for Pittsburgh after Mitch Trubisky struggled. Now, Mitch Trubisky used to be a backup for the Buffalo Bills, and then, of course, they got rid of him. And unfortunately, Kenny Pickett ended up starting this game. And I will say this, even though he was good, he didn't have a touchdown in the game, and he had 1 interception. And he did have over 300 passing yards, but mainly it was too little too late for the Pittsburgh Steelers. There were quite a bit of bad coaching mistakes, and that further made it a problem for Pittsburgh to try to even come back. Sometimes they should have went for it on fourth down, but instead they kicked the field goal, and they ended up missing every single time with the exception of the one they made in the first quarter. So 38-3 was the final score. Buffalo, surprisingly enough, there's another surprise. The Miami Dolphins lost today to the New York Jets. And as a result of that, Buffalo is in solo first place in the AFC East for the first time this year. No ties. They are solo possession of the AFC East. And they could have it and even win it. But right now it's early yet. But they do have the lead in the AFC East. They are 4-1. And I hope they win the AFC East for a third year in a row. They still have opponents. They, of course, got Kansas City next week. And, of course, I'll be watching that. It'll be a 4 o'clock game. So there won't be a live stream for that particular game. But I will talk about it when I do a live stream of at least part of the Sunday night football game that is playing on that particular day. I can't think of who is playing. And I'll talk about how the Bills did in that particular game. They are facing Kansas City next week. So it's going to be a tough battle. So that is it for me talking about the Bills. I'm happy that they're 4-1. They're and they have sole possession of the AFC East. And I hope they win the AFC East again. You never know. Anything could happen. And of course, I'll be talking about the next game when I do another live stream next Sunday night, where I do the next Sunday night football game. And I'll talk about the Bills after. I shouldn't say after. I'll be talking about the Bills in that particular live stream. So I'm pretty happy. The only thing I'm not happy is the New England Patriots winning. I was disappointed by the Lions today. They didn't score a single point. They lost the New England Patriots 29-0, I think. And that was terrible. That was the only thing that I did not like. I liked that Miami lost, and I liked that Buffalo won, and the Jets won. But I didn't like New England Patriots winning. But that's the way it goes. All right. So now that is done. I was happy with Josh Allen today. So now I'm going to finish the rest of this game. The last time I checked, it was 13-10 Baltimore. I had Baltimore winning this game. And what a nice catch that was. It's still 13-10. It's in the fourth quarter, 12 minutes and 35 seconds left. And they cut to commercial. So it's 13-10 right now. I was happy last week that Buffalo came back and won. I was kind of surprised. I talked about that game. Even though that Baltimore is playing tonight in the Sunday night football game, they lost to the Buffalo Bills last week. And that was Buffalo Bills' first win in a close game since 2021. Won that wild card game. Now, the one thing that I was disappointed by was the Mets. I wanted them and the Yankees to be in the divisional round, and unfortunately, that didn't happen. The Mets not only lost the division to the they lost the division to the Atlanta Braves, but they also lost the wild card game. Well, it was a wild card series, 2-1. They lost to the San Diego Padres tonight, and I was pretty disappointed with that. 6-0. It was six to nothing. They couldn't even score a single. a single run. I wanted them and the Yankees to be in the divisional round. It would have been awesome. It's not going to happen. So the only team that has a chance from New York to win the World Series is the Yankees. That's it. And the Yankees didn't even get 100 wins. Only the Mets did. And unfortunately, they went bye-bye. So I'm just waiting for the commercial to be over. And I'm going to do some play-by-play here. Just like how Tom Grossi does. And if I had people in here, I'd probably talk with them. And I'm probably gonna go to bed after this because the thing about it is I've been up since this morning. I watched the Giants game this morning. Them beating the Packers. I thought the Packers were gonna win that game, but no. I knew that I wasn't taking the Giants lightly. I'll tell you that. You know, I do cheer for the Giants. I thought they were gonna lose. They ended up winning. Okay, commercial is over, and Mar Jackson completes a pass to Dauvigny. And I don't know if that was a first down or not. There's a pretty good gain on the play. So they're getting close to the red zone right now. It's 13-10. I had the Ravens in this game. Just because they lost to the Bills don't mean that I don't think that they're not going to win their division. I think they're going to win the division. Here's a run. And now that brings it to the red zone. There's a flag, though. So we got to see what the flag is. Number 17 was the one that ran. And it's defensive holding, so that's going to count. Or they're just going to count the penalty, and it's going to be an automatic first down. So holding on Cincinnati. So they're definitely in the red. Baltimore is definitely in the red zone right now. Yeah, tired I am. That's because of the game. The game this morning. I had to get up for. All right. So it's at the almost the 11. Here's a throw. It's batted and it's incomplete. It got batted by number 57. It looks like Pratt. Pratt was the one that knocked it for Cincinnati. So it's 2nd and 10. Tired. I'm really tired. I think that was Lamar. He thought that Pratt was going to get the ball. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. So it's 2nd and 10. It looks like Lamar's going to run, and he's going to get a couple yards on the play. It looks like maybe 4 yards at least. So it's 3rd down. So there's now 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter. So it's 3rd and 6. All right. They're getting set. Getting ready to snap it. And Lamar's going to throw it. He passes it. It's caught. He gets to number 80 and gets a couple yards. He's short of the first down. See, it was just handed off. So I wonder if Baltimore is going to take the field goal. John Harbaugh's not. I don't know if he's upset about something or what. So it's 4th and inches. The question is, are they going to go for it? I'm a little tired, guys. I've been up since this morning because I watched the Giants game. So it's 4th and inches. Are they going to try to dry? No, they run out of time. So it's delay. So it looks like they were trying. Baltimore was trying to make Cincinnati jump off sides, and unfortunately, they ran out of time. So delay of game going to push Baltimore back to make it 4th and 6, I believe. So there's less than 10 minutes left. Okay, it's going to make it 4th and 5. And Justin Tucker is going to kick it. He's a fantastic kicker. He's a fantastic kicker. This is to put Baltimore up by 6. And it is good. So Baltimore is ahead 16-10. Steve Grabowski must be happy about this, but it's not over yet. It really isn't. I wouldn't count. I wouldn't take Cincinnati easily, but I do know that they're. I don't think they're as good as they were last year, but there is still time left. Take a little stretch. Yeah. See, I'm tired, guys. I'm really tired. So after this game, I'm probably gonna call it. Maybe I'll take a nap. I don't know. I don't know. Well, next week, the good news is there's no football on Sunday morning, so that's good. But there will be one on Sunday morning in a couple of weeks. So I'm gonna have to get up for that one, and I'll probably have to watch that on NFL Plus because I think it's going to be available on ESPN Plus, and I don't have ESPN Plus, but I do have NFL Plus. I actually bought the premium, so I'll probably have to watch on NFL Plus unless they have on a certain way. I don't know. So Baltimore's head 16-10, and Cincinnati's going to need a touchdown to at least take the lead, or try to take the lead. See, I'm tired, guys. I'm really tired. So after this game, I'm calling it. I just wish I wasn't tired, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm just waiting till it's coming on. It's coming off commercial though. So the kickoff should be coming. So it's less than 10 minutes left in the game, 9:42. Ravens have a 77% chance of winning. Bengals have dropped to 23%. That's according to Next Gen stats. So Justin Tucker's going to kick it away. He's getting prepared to kick it. All right. So Baltimore, if they keep this lead, is good. And there's the kick. It's going to go in the end zone. So that's a touchback. So Cincinnati will take over on the 25-yard line. Oh, and I was happy that Washington lost. I was happy about Washington losing to Tennessee. I was pretty happy about that. But that's not this. This is not about that particular game. It's about the game that's on right now. It's 9 minutes and 42 seconds left in the game. So here is the handoff. And number 28 of Cincinnati gets about 7 or 8 yards on the. It's Joe Mixon. That's who it is. So second down. Joe Burrow was strong last year, but I don't know if he's going to have it this year. So far, I think Baltimore is going to win in the division because of how Pittsburgh is right now, and Cleveland does have a chance, but I don't know. So it's 2nd and 3 right now. This is probably going to be a pass. Let's see. No, it's going to be a handoff. And Mixon gets the first down. It's at the 40, maybe the 43 or 44 yard line. So it's close to midfield. Okay, so they spotted at the 42, it looks like. So it's first down and 10. Near midfield. Burrow. Going to pass it. It's batted down and complete. Urban was the one that batted it down. Well, maybe even Jones probably had a. Never mind. It was Urban, not Jones. Okay, 2nd and 10. Trying to get set. They're getting close. Okay, get it off. Burrow's going to throw. He's going to hit high. He overthrows it. Incomplete. And there is a flag, though. There is a flag. Will it be on the defense? Will it be pass interference? No, it's a holding on the defense. It's holding. But that's an automatic first down for Cincinnati, which will get them closer to midfield. By the way, week 5's almost done. All right. 1st and 10. It's at the 47. About 8 minutes, and that looks like Mixon. It could be Mixon. And it's not Mixon. It's Perrin, number 34. All right. So now it's dropped to under 8 minutes left. So it's 2nd and 6. It was a 4-yard gain. So here's the snap. The throw is caught. And a couple yard gain. That's a first down. Number 1 was the one that made the catch. And okay, it's Jamar Chase. See, sometimes I don't know people's names to certain numbers, so I call them by their number. So it's first down. They're in Baltimore territory. It's at the 40, and he hands it off. There's a run. It's a short run. Going to get a few yards on that play. It's Mixon again. So 2nd down. And, of course, the Bengals are not out of it yet. So that's a 3-yard. That was a 3-yard gain. So What I wonder what Cincinnati's going to think here is Burrow making a throw. It's caught, and he might be short. That's Jamar Chase. It's third down and one at least. Less than 6 minutes left in the quarter in the game. Okay. And by the way, that was a really good throw by Burrow there. So it's third down and one. Getting down to close to 5 minutes left in the game. And Burrow's going to throw again. A short throw. This is to Boyd. And he gets close to the 20-yard line. So that's a first down. That's close, about the 22 or 23-yard line. And that we reached the 5-minute mark. And it looks like there was some contact with where Jamar Chase was. That was a pretty good throw to Boyd there. So it's first and 10. Handoff. Looks like Mixon. He gets to the 18-yard line, it looks like. Second down. But I do know how Baltimore has been. They've been known to blow saves. And they blew a save to Buffalo. They've blown a save to Miami. It could happen again with Cincinnati. Here is the throw. It's second and 5. It's a short throw, but they only get to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that's no gain on that play. So it's third down and 5. All right. So they're set. Third and 5. Burrow's going to throw, I think. He does. And it is caught to Jamar Chase. And it's first and goal at the 4-yard line, I think. That was a pretty good pass to Jamar Chase. Makes the grab. About the 5, possibly the 4. It looked like on that replay. But look at that nice pass by from Burrow to Chase. So it's first and goal. We're getting down close to the 2-minute warning. Burrow hands it off to Mixon. It looks like he's going to get the touchdown. Do they call it? They're marking him short, actually. So I wonder what Cincinnati's going to do. That was pretty close, actually. And right there, so he was short. He was short on that on the replay right there. That was awfully close. That was awfully close. So we're at the 2-minute warning. Cincinnati has a shot to take the lead. They have 2 minutes to do it. It is 16-10 Baltimore. Two-minute warning. Whew. I know Steve will be upset if Baltimore does not win this. Because of course this is for the division, the lead in the division. Because I think this is for they're in the AFC North, and right now, if I look, I know they're both 2-2. Yeah, I'm just gonna check my phone a minute because I believe they are in the AFC North. So whoever wins this game, they're gonna be they're gonna be ahead in the AFC North. Check the standings because I believe they're in the. And I hate when that happens. Yeah, yeah. I'm just waiting until the commercials are done, and I am correct. All right. I know Buffalo's leading in the AFC East because I talked about it. So second and goal. They run it, and it looks like they got it. That big push, and it was a quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Cincinnati, or touchdown, Bangles. So Cincinnati can take the lead either by 2-point conversion or an extra point. And I don't know what the delay is for. They changed it. Is it the clock? If that's what they said. Yeah. They resetted the game clock to 1 minute and 59 seconds. Because it was set in 1 minute and 53 seconds. So 6 seconds was added back. So Cincinnati can take the lead here. It would be special if Baltimore actually comes back to win it. Now the good news is they still have a chance to win it. So this is for the lead right now for Cincinnati. Okay, they changed it to 1 minute and 58 seconds. All right. This is for the lead. The snap, the kick is it good? They gave it to him. Because that looked awfully close of being no good. Because the way it was angled. So Cincinnati takes the lead, takes a 1-point lead. Let's see. Yeah, I guess they made the right call there because it looks kind of fine. It was kind of a weird angle, but yeah. So the Bengals take the lead at 17-16. All right. All right. I'm just looking at my phone right now. Yep, the AFC North. The Chiefs right now are ahead in the AFC West. Titans are ahead in the AFC South. I actually picked the Titans to win. Because so far, out of all these teams, I think the Titans are actually going to come back and actually win the division. Or, you know what I mean? Because I don't. Honestly, the Jaguars disappointed me today that they would play better. The Eagles, of course, are ahead in the NFC East. The Vikings are ahead in the NFC North after the Packers lost and the Vikings won today. The Buccaneers are ahead in the NFC South 3-2, and the 49ers are ahead in the NFC West. So this is a battle for the AFC North, and Baltimore has a shot to actually win the game, possibly on a field goal. And what's surprising about they showed that the replay of that field goal, it was kind of a surprising look to me. And they keep showing that because that I thought that was going to be considered no good, but of course Cincinnati got the call. All right, so it's at the 25. Of course, the kickoff was in the end zone, and there's a throw to Andrews from the 25, of course. Lamar Jackson, of course, threw it and Andrews made the catch. So it's second down. It's second and 3. They have to hurry up. They've got a lot of time, and that's a first down. Andrews again. And where are they going to mark him? The pass was complete. I assume it would be on the 38 or 39-yard line. They marked him at the 40, though. And Lamar Jackson got a couple yards on that play. That was a pretty good run by him. But of course, that where they marked the original spot before Lamar Jackson ran, I think they should have marked that person that was running. It should have been marked at like the 38 or 39-yard line, not the 40. So the 40 yard line was kind of generous. So, by the way, Baltimore took their first time out. It's second and 6. And of course, just in case they go to fourth down, they got Justin Tucker, but they still have to get in field goal range. They have to get in field goal range to do so. So they blew. Oh, so they got a timeout back. There must have been something. But did something happen? I don't know. So it's at the 45-yard line. There was a penalty must have been on the defense. And that's why Baltimore got the timeout back, because there must have been a penalty on that play. Oh, too many men. That's what it was. Cincinnati had too many men on the field. So that made it 1st and 5. Baltimore doesn't gets their timeout back. So it's 1st and 5. Lamar keeps it, gets the first down to the 40, to the 35-yard line, it looks like, even though he slid a little and got to like the 33 or 32, but I assume he was down at the 35. So well, he wasn't. Well, what happened was he slipped a little. Of course, he wasn't touched. So Cincinnati takes their first timeout. There's 56 seconds left in the game. Of course, Baltimore at least needs a score. At least stretching, because this is almost the end of the game. But the thing about it is, anything could happen here. The question is, what will Baltimore do to try to score? So it's 17-16, guys, just in case you wanted to know. It's 56 seconds left in the fourth. Baltimore is at the 36-yard line, it looks like. It's 1st and 10. Lamar hands it off. And the guy that he hunt, it looks like number 17. Now, because Cincinnati has timeouts, it's going to be a little harder for Baltimore to try to run down the clock to try to get the game-winning field goal, because they definitely need to win this game in order to lead AFC North. At least John Harbaugh is not making mistakes. I don't think he really made a mistake in that one particular play by going for it on 4th down. That was last week. 2nd and 6. And Lamar keeps it himself. It was a fake. And he gets 4 or 5 yards on that play. So it's 3rd down. Cincinnati's probably going to take their final timeout, which they do. So it leaves 46 seconds left. So if Baltimore gets the first down, then it's possible that they could run it all the way down to like 3 or 2 seconds left on the clock and possibly kick the game-winning field goal because of Justin Tucker. However, Cincinnati stops them. They might still kick the game-winning field goal. And Lamar Jackson gets the first down, I think. That was a fake. I was kind of surprised that Cincinnati cannot stop the clock now. It's 1st down. So Baltimore has a chance to win it. And because Justin Tucker is a great kicker, it's possible that he's going to get it. I don't know. But I know about Justin Tucker. And Baltimore definitely needs this. And this is at home, too. This would end a streak of home defeats, because they have a streak of home losses. So they take their final timeout around 3 seconds left, which is really good for Justin Tucker to hit this sucker and to win it for Baltimore. So Baltimore took one of their timeouts. It was their first timeout. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They need this to actually win it, and they can. And I know Justin Tucker, unless it's blocked or anything like that, he's probably going to make it. If he doesn't make it, I'll be very surprised. I know how Justin Tucker is with these kicks. Cincinnati can't do anything. So here's the snap. The kick is good. That went right down the middle. And Baltimore wins it. And that snaps a losing streak at home. They win 19-17. They are on top of the AFC North. And they did not blow a lead this time. Well, they did kind of blow a lead, but they didn't lose. Final. Baltimore wins 19-17. Justin Tucker kicks the game-winning field goal. So I had a feeling he wasn't going to miss it. I really had a feeling. All right. So unlike the other teams, they did not lose. And that snaps a losing streak at home. They finally won a game at home after blowing it a couple times. Their losing streak at home is over. And Cincinnati has to be so disappointed. They had the lead. They did have the lead, but unfortunately, that run, that drive led to the game-winning field goal. Baltimore finally wins a game at home, which snaps a losing streak. All right. Woo! There's only one game left for week 5, and that's Monday Night Football. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be that good of a game because I see the Chiefs winning tomorrow against the Raiders tomorrow night. And I will tell you that most of the games were definitely better than the Thursday Night Football game. The Thursday Night Football game was trash. 12-9, and it sucked. It ended in overtime, but the thing about it is there were no touchdowns scored. The best game, I think, was the London game between the Giants and the Green Bay Packers. I think that was the best game that I watched Sunday. And this was pretty close. This was a pretty good game as well. The Baltimore-Cincinnati game. I thought that was pretty good as well. Every other game that I watched was so-so. And I was definitely disappointed with the Lions today. They took a dump. They took a dump today. They didn't score a single point. They had the highest ranked scoring offense, but they didn't muster anything today. And that was a big disappointment. Well, guys, I'm happy that the Bills won today. It wasn't even close. 38-3. And Kansas City's next week. And then, of course, the Bills have a bye. So, well, I'll probably be doing a live stream the week that they have the bye, but I'll probably just let you know that I'm probably just going to do the rest of the Sunday Night Football game on that particular day, and that's it. But that won't be for a couple weeks. All right, folks. The Bills won today. I'm pretty happy. Go Bills. And I thank you all for watching. You'll probably watch this in the archive, since you probably weren't here for the live stream. But that's okay. Hope you all enjoyed it. No matter if you're watching this on archived or live, it don't really matter. Peace out, everybody. I'm going to do another one of these live streams next week, and I'll talk about the Bills game. All right. And I'm sorry about my hair a little bit. I do apologize. All right. Go Bills, go. Peace out, everybody. Good night.